Being a teenager, I think, is the hardest stage of life because it's the first time you're exposed to making decisions. Parents, teachers, friends, social media, and pretty much everything else in your life tries to influence how you make decisions. And it's extremely easy to make poor decisions that will influence you for the rest of your life. So how do you deal with it? What if there was a guide that you know is successful because it has stood the test of time? Luckily, there is. Philosophy. Specifically, Stoic philosophy is a wonderful guide for teenagers growing up and learning to deal with shifting control. Whether it be popularity in your social circle, someone you like, or even the college application process, most people want to have complete control over every aspect of their life. But this isn't practical. You can't completely control popularity, or whether someone likes you, or if you get into the college of your dreams. The only thing you have complete control over is your actions. Don't try to control anything else. Marcus Aurelius, one of the Stoic philosophers and a Roman emperor, wrote in his book, The Meditations, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own." You can't control others' opinions, your nervous system, or even your emotions. Release yourself from needing to. Instead, control whether you act on them. Stoicism preferences rational decisions above all else, and as such argues that your actions are the only criterion worth measuring yourself by. As a rational human, you must behave in accordance with your nature. Don't lower yourself to an irrational animal who's a slave to base emotions and desires. Think. Be sentient. Otherwise, you lose the defining characteristic that separates beasts from humans. At the same time, don't elevate yourself to some mind-reading Greek or Roman god who thinks he or she can manipulate all of the mere mortals. Otherwise, just like the gods of old, you'll never be happy trying to control all you see. For me, this question of control applied most directly to my relationship with my sister. Our personalities are polar opposite. She spends most of her time on social media, while I prefer snuggling up with a good book. When she was in high school, I made her life pretty wretched. She's 4 years older than I am, but I acted like I was her mother. I put a tracker on her phone and tattled on her for pretty much everything she did. I wasn't trying to be malicious, I was just a bit overprotective. I wanted to make sure she was safe and was making good decisions. But by doing so, I was depriving her of the chance to make her own decisions. And the more I tried to control her, the more she pushed back. I realized that part of loving someone is letting them make their own decisions, even if you think they're mistakes. So I backed off and let her act autonomously. And shockingly, the sky didn't fall. All the things I worried about didn't happen. I hadn't even realized it, but I was so consumed with trying to help her that I was spending most of my free time in her life. Letting go consolidated all of my power and will into my own actions rather than spreading it out. It left me with more time and effort to put into my own life rather than interfering with hers. When you force yourself to release control over others, you're exposed to a cacophony of various opinions. I started being more open to things my sister wanted to do. She did my hair and makeup, and I played board games with her. In this way, moderation allowed me to experience a broader scope of ideas that I never would have tried otherwise. Part of growing up is learning to deal with control, figuring out who controls you and what you have control over. Stoicism gives you a roadmap of how to do that. It forces you to confront your actions and changes the way you view the world and your interactions in it. So I encourage all of you, before you make a decision, to think about why you're making that decision. Are you overextending your control? Are you underextending it? Is your motivation emotional? Is it some external factor? Or is this rational? Is this the hard choice you make because you know it is right? Thank you.